Welcome back to Sister Circle Live. It's the much anticipated movie of the season, Creed 2. It premieres on tomorrow, Thanksgiving, so grab your popcorn because the movie, I saw it myself, is really good.
It is.
I had the opportunity to sit down with the amazing, talented star, Michael B. Jordan, and this is what we talked about. He talked about his star.
I was afraid I couldn't live up to these expectations.
I got loyalty inside my DNA.
You don't think you got your validation?
I got loyalty inside my DNA. I got war and peace, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA.
I want to rewrite history.
Don't pretend this is about your father.
Sitting with the amazingly talented Michael B. Jordan, and my God, Michael.
What's up?
I gotta tell you, I saw Creed 2 and it was everything.
You enjoyed it?
Did I enjoy it? What was there not to enjoy?
That's what I'm talking about.
My God, the storylines, it could have went so many places. What was it like for you to prepare for that role?
I mean,
For the second time, because
Yeah.
I did see Creed 1 too.
Yeah, I think for me, honestly, it was the first time I've ever done a sequel to anything, so I was looking forward to actually coming back to this character, into the world, into the relationships we kind of started in Creed 1 and really build on top of that. So for me, besides the physical preparation, I kind of had a huge hand in developing the story and the script, every step of the way. So by the time it came to set, it was kind of locked and loaded. So it was... It wasn't as hard as people think. This is, as far as because it's a world that I was looking forward to becoming Donnie again and getting back to that guy and being in that role.
You wouldn't be any good to anybody if you didn't do what you love. You wouldn't be able to breathe, right? Well, I wouldn't be any good to anybody if I don't handle this the right way.
Well, I gotta tell you, your character as Creed grew so much from Creed 1 to Creed 2. Now he's a family man. How was that for you?
I think it was important to show the different, the arc and the growth of Adonis. Him not having a family, him always feeling like he, not knowing his dad, not really having a relationship with his real mother, just having a broken home.
Yes.
And he's always been longing for his own tribe and his own situation. So we thought about what was the natural progression of Adonis, years later. What was his relationship with Bianca like, and what would be the things that would be happening. So naturally, we thought, him having a family of his own was something that we wanted to see him kind of go through and all the challenges that he would face around that.
And he did.
And he did.
If we don't do what we love, then we wouldn't exist.
What was one of your most challenging times in preparing for this movie?
I think it was a time. It came together really, really fast. There was a moment where it wasn't going to happen for a while, and then everything kind of came together really quickly. So I think just switching modes from it not happening to it happening, I think was probably the toughest thing. Everything else just was kind of business as usual. Getting me and Steve.
You think? You had to gain 20 pounds in order to come up for this role. Now that's a lot.
It is a lot, but I guess I've been so used to fluctuating my weight from Creed 1 to Killmonger to doing Fahrenheit 451. I've kind of went up and down to really show a variety of looks when it comes to these different characters. I just didn't want to look the same, so I kind of calculated that as a necessary evil.
Yes,
so I kind of knew that was going to happen. And I have a great trainer, Corey Callier. He kind of, he's with me every day. So it's easier when you have a team around you that's helping you.
Well, it was a really good team because you look phenomenal in the movie. I got to say.
Thank you.
Now, I almost hated you as Killmonger. I just got to say. You were
You
so
ain't-
polarizing. I was like, oh my God, I want to fight him. I really do.
You ain't feel Killmonger at all, a little bit?
You know what?
You ain't have moments where you connected
There
with
were
him?
moments where I was like, oh my God, he has a broken childhood. So yeah, I do understand. I did connect with him along the way, but it was tough, when I was like, you took T'Challa out, I was like, what's going on here?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So between the two of you, Creed versus Killmonger, who would win?
I mean, Killmonger, hands down.
And there you have it, people.
Now you know what you're fighting for.
Conversations continue on all social media platforms at SisterCircleTV.com.
Yes.